What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe MMA Show, which I guess is kind of a misleading title for the channel because, as you'll see, even in today's video, sometimes I'm going to talk about shit that's not MMA. But regardless, my name is Joe. Man, does anybody else have bad parents? Anybody, just me, have bad parents? I feel like, I don't know, like, I guess better question, has anyone realized in their 20s that they had bad parents, but like you didn't feel that way growing up? Like, I always knew I had a bad dad, you know what I mean? Because like he would do this thing a lot when we were growing up, when I was growing up, where like he would like cook meth and go to prison. So I knew that he was probably not a great parent just because of some of the stuff that he would teach. Like my mom was real big on like, hey, you know, turn the other cheek and this and that. And dad was always like, boy, you hit him first. And I was like, word, okay, cool. So not like a bad dad, but he's definitely kind of like a hood parent. I don't know, I just kind of had this thought to myself because I was thinking of this video game that I used to play when I was a kid. And I was like, man, where did I play that game at? It was this cool ass game where you were like a stunt man, I don't really know, and you're driving this car and the whole game is just about like crashing the car and like making as much damage as possible. Like you just ramp it off some shit and like hit it into like a fuel truck and it blows up and you're trying to like just smash other fucking cars up and that's how your score is dictated. And I was like, man, that was such a fun game. Where did I play that? And then I was like, okay, that's right. I used to play it at this dude's house. And his name was John Martin, maybe? John Martin, John Michael, something like that. And I'm like, man, who the fuck was that guy? And why was I at his house? Flashback, I lived in this apartment complex for a year or two when I was in Hot Springs. And man, I had to have been like 9 years old, somewhere in that range, like a young cat, still playing the Game Boy. And he was just an adult that like walked around the apartment complex and he like loosely worked for the apartment complex. Like he worked for him, but like I don't really remember what his job was. And I remember like when I had asked him about it, it seemed like a kind of weird, loose, like, yeah, I just kind of just, you know, take care of his stuff. But like he wasn't even like a maintenance guy. I never saw him fix anything. And I think that I honestly saw him one day. I was outside skateboarding, and I think he had said something about the skateboarder, about me skateboarding, and we got to talking about skateboarders and shit. And from then on, like, I think I just hung out with this dude, and I would go to his apartment. I'm like 9 or 10, I'm a child, and I'm hanging out with this dude who's like in like his late 20s. Like, he wasn't even like your regular pedophile, I don't think. Like, this dude wasn't old. He wasn't my like priest or anything. Like, this dude was like a cool dude, and we would just play Xbox and like skateboard. And I remember going over, like, we'd even like talk about UFC fights and shit. And oddly enough, like, maybe that's why I even did this. So I was just thinking about it. I was like, look, man, I don't even know if my parents ever fucking met the dude. And then it really clicked. There was a memory that I had, and I've thought about this since I've been an adult. It just kind of, it all surfaced when I was thinking about the video game. I remember going over to his house one day, and it was the last time I ever went over to his house. I remember I went to this dude's house, and like I said, dude, we'd always play Xbox. So I walk up to his Xbox to throw the game in, because I was like a kid, and like, you know, kids are shitty. They don't really think about like going up and like touching your shit. I guess like we were on the level of I can just walk up and like start putting stuff in your Xbox. So I go up there to grab the game and put it in, and when I get up there, there's a like a, not a disc, but like the case for a DVD is sitting on his Xbox. And rewind before the DVD thing, a couple days before then, I already kind of got a weird feeling because I was over there and I saw a book with a pentagram on it. And like now I get it, like pentagram, whatever, but like as a kid, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know if this dude was like a devil. So I was like, hey man, what's up with the pentagram thing? And he's like, oh, I'm a Wiccan. I'm like a male witch. And so after that, I already feel like I had one foot out of this apartment. You know what I'm saying? I was like, look, I got to quit hanging out with this fucking witch dude. Again, now that I'm an adult, like, cool, be a witch, whatever. But like as a kid, I was like raised super Baptist. So I was like, that's kind of got to be some scary shit. This dude's not okay. Either way, so back to the DVD. I see there's a case for a DVD on his Xbox, and it's midget porn, dude. And here's the thing, it's not even dudes fucking little midget girls, like midget women. Like that might have been his thing. It was dude midgets, fucking regular sized chicks. And this guy wasn't even a midget, dude. So I remember seeing it. I remember seeing the disc and just immediately leaving. And like, I knew that like it didn't feel like he wasn't trying to like bombard me and be like, oh yeah, go ahead and just throw that one in, new video game. Like he wasn't trying to pull any fast shit with it. I just think that he was jerking off to like little dudes fucking like regular sized chicks. And then I think he just fucking forgot about it. Because we've all left some porn around. Like we've all gone to show like your girlfriend something, you pull it up and that fucking incognito tab didn't close out. And you're like, what's the fucking point of incognito mode? So that's probably, I remember I saw the midget porn and it was just like, I didn't even like, it was just on the case. It's just like a midget dude with like his face was like painted green maybe. I don't know, dude, memory's weird. And he's just like jerking off on like these three chicks. They're like, bah! And he's just like jerking his little fucking midget dick off. And I saw it and I immediately just walked to the front door and I was like, hey man, I gotta go do something for my mom. I can hear her calling me. She's yelling that I need to fold the laundry or something. Like I made up some stupid ass excuse. We lived so far away. She wasn't yelling for me. I saw your midget porn, dude. And I bounced, man. And that's the last time that I ever remember hanging out with that dude. That I ever remember seeing that guy, anything. And it's just like, now that I've really thought about it, the fact that I'm hanging out with an adult male witch who's watching midget porn and I was a kid and we really didn't have no reason to be hanging out. Dude, here's the thing. I'm probably like close to that guy's age now. I would never in my life fucking bring a kid into my house. Just some dude. If I was just driving around and I saw some kid skateboarding, I'm not talking to him. But I'm definitely not going to be like, dude, you trying to come over and like play some PlayStation? Maybe my midget porn's cleaned up. Maybe it isn't. Like I would never. And it's just, I don't know, dude. I feel like memory's weird. There's a lot of repressed shit. What I guess I'm trying to get at, I don't think that dude fucked me, but I like don't know that he didn't fuck me. You know what I mean?